So, still June. June 4th. You know what? I don't think I did a page today. So it's June 4th, 2024. I've done all my exercise for today, except for the weights and a little bit of stretching. But I've gotten my exercise regimen down to where I'm getting the amount of minutes an adult should get at my age. A little bit over, actually, especially if I do the bike on weekends. That's all just bonus. So that's good. And I do believe that upping my physical activity has helped me feel better, although it's around this time of night where the fatigue starts hitting me and there's nothing I can do about it. So it's fine. It's, 5 o'clock at night. I've been off work for a while. I've exercised. I've showered. So, it's okay to relax and read. From here on out, I've worked a full day. Gotten a lot of good work done, I hope. I've done the things I need to do. I've eaten. So, it's okay to relax from here out. I did get a bit of a shock today, though. I got a call from my gastro office, and the woman that had been my medical professional there, she was a PA. She wasn't a doctor, although, she was great. She diagnosed me immediately. She knew what tests to give me to find out what I had as quickly as possible. She's great. And she got me in the transplant program. Excuse me, sorry. So, she was awesome. And it turns out that it's a good thing. It looks like she's moved on to go work full-time at the hospital, which, great, good for her. If that's what you wanted to do, then I'm very happy that you're doing it. But I had a real panic time this afternoon. What am I going to do? Because I considered her to be, the most valuable member of my team. But I panicked a little. I let myself have a few minutes, I came down from I was actually on my roof when they called. So that, it put a little bit of a damper on it, but it's one day, it's fine. I'll be up there tomorrow and it'll be like this never happened. But there's two things. One, I don't have to go to see her next Friday. And two, I called my PCP and I asked him. I didn't ask him, I didn't speak to him. I asked the lady at the desk if it would be okay if he could take over my Ursodiol prescription, because it's going to be up before I see him in July and I will be out of pills. And I let her know the situation, my specialist no longer works for the office. So I need these pills because I have liver disease, and I do need him to also take over the Carvedilol, but I'll be okay with that. I have another refill. So I'll just take that with me when I see him in July and ask him to also take over that one. And I will also ask him for some albuterol. Because with the uptick in exercise, I have exercise asthma, pet dander and exercise-based asthma. So it makes me short of breath a lot, which is fine. And as it starts getting warmer, it's going to get worse. And also, to be completely frank, the little uptick in vaping, is it's not a good thing to do, Smoking anything, it's not good to take anything foreign into your lungs, so, it's not causing me any major issues, but, I'm not going to vape much longer. I'm just trying to, finish up what I have, and I'm not buying anymore. I'm not doing any more smoking at all. I just have, again, it's just a personal choice, not glamorizing it. It's something I do as an adult, and it's legal in my state for recreational. I do not abuse it. I do not do it, while I'm working. Mostly at night, and actually on the weekends, to be honest with you, because it makes me sleep. I don't like to do it because then it feels like I lost my weekend to sleep, although, to be fair, I should let myself sleep a little more than I do sometimes. But, So I wanted to have my prescriptions consolidated at my PCP anyway, just because it's just easier for me and I never have to go through all the things I've gone through since the beginning. Scrambling to get this pill, scrambling to get that prescribed, having to go here, talk to this person. It was a mess. It was a mess when all this started happening. So, and you know, and I still think my PCP, who was a lecturer at UCLA, has connections. He knows one of the main guys in the transplant program. They know each other, so he must know others. So I still think that I don't expect to trade on this. I don't expect to, but I think if there's any advantage to him knowing these people, I should keep him. I'm giving him a chance. He's my my dad's doctor. My brother wanted me to have him. I don't think he's necessarily the right fit for me, but I am giving him a chance. I've only seen him twice, so I'm going to give him a little while. And I'm going to get him, because I know he's just not up to. He doesn't know who I am at this point. He's seen me twice, and he sees people every day, all day. So it would be ridiculous for me to expect him to be, a great doctor right off the bat. I have a very complicated case. I have a lot going on. So I'm giving him as much of a chance as I can. But if he doesn't work out, or if he retires, or whatever, I have another doctor here in my city picked out, a younger man. I'll keep an eye out if there's a younger woman available, or even if my PA from the gastro, if I don't know if people working out of hospitals can be somebody's PCP, but if it's possible, I would love her to be my PCP if she does that. But I don't know. The internet still has her at my gastro's office, so it was obviously a very recent thing. Even her LinkedIn hasn't been updated. So, we'll see. I have a feeling I'll wind up in the hospital sometimes, and I might see her. I hope I don't, though. That's the goal. That's why I'm doing the exercise and trying to get those calories, and I have the watch and the scale and all the things, trying to not get any sicker, to not have to see her again, to not have to get a transplant. I've been seeing some interesting stuff about clinical trials working on curing celiac, though. And if that was a problem that we could eliminate, that would make my life a lot easier. And I would imagine that some of the damage from my liver did, in fact, come from the celiac. Because I just ate so much wheat in my time. I just love it. I would love to just buy baguettes and eat the baguettes with no butter, nothing, just the bread. I love bread. Because I love the texture. I love gluten. But anyway, curing celiac has good implications for other autoimmune diseases. And maybe not necessarily PBC, but if we get rid of one of my major issues, well, that's so much the better. Especially after transplant. I don't think the PBC is necessarily going to go away, although my immune system's going to be so weak. The celiac will still be there, and it'll still be something I have to deal with. And celiac affects me more on a day-to-day basis than the PBC does. So, fingers crossed that I think they're in stage 2 clinical trials right now they're introducing a allergen, a sort of molecule of gluten to teach the immune system not to attack it. I don't believe it's mRNA kind of thing like with the COVID vaccines. I don't think so. They didn't say it in the article, but I have to read more about it. But it's positive. And if you cure one autoimmune disease, you can cure a lot of autoimmune diseases. And if we can find some kind of therapy, some kind of stem cell or CRISPR therapy to cure cirrhosis, then we're great. And I can see that my time is running short. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.